Hi, I'm Louise Jenkins, Managing Director and UK Head of People Services at A&M. I'm sure, like me, you've been keeping a close eye on the policy announcements being trailed ahead of the UK budget next week. The Labour government made it clear in its pre-election manifesto that there would be no rises to income tax, national insurance, corporation tax and VAT this autumn. The Institute for Fiscal Studies said earlier this month that 25 billion of tax rises or spending cuts would be needed to put the public finances on a sensible and sustainable track. Since then, this figure has been rebased at £40 billion, with pressures on public finances greater than they appeared at the outset, and Rachel Reeves looking to stick to her important fiscal rule of only borrowing to fund investment rather than everyday spending. There's been a lot of recent speculation about raising funds for an increase in employers' national insurance by extending it to include company pension contributions, an initiative which has the potential to raise £16 billion for the Treasury. But this does pose the question in doing this: is the Labour government breaking one of its manifesto promises? The other initiative related to national insurance contributions being touted is a rise in the rate of employers' national insurance contributions, currently 13.8% on employees' earnings above a threshold of £9,100 a year. Employers also pay Class 1A and 1B national insurance contributions on expenses and benefits they provide their employees. Across 2023-24, employer national insurance contributions raised £109 billion, according to the Institute for Fiscal Studies. Employee contributions raised £60 billion. A 1% increase in employer national insurance contributions to 14.8% would raise £8.5 billion in 2025-26, according to a government analysis of hypothetical tax changes. However, the risk of raising employers' national insurance contributions is that it could force companies, particularly those in the SME space, into having to reduce their headcount, off lower wages or reduced hours to their workforce. The question is whether a rise in employers' national insurance contributions is a direct breach of the Labour Party's manifesto, where it clearly stated there'll be no increase in national insurance. We are now finally enjoying a period of low unemployment and low inflation, with the so-called misery index, which is calculated by adding together inflation and unemployment rates, at its lowest level for well over 3 years. Increasing the rate of employers' national insurance could well result in higher unemployment, particularly in the SME space, and my concern is that we could see a reverse in this trend. Whatever happens, we'll be watching the budget at A&M with great interest. To have a conversation about what the announcements could mean for you, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me directly or your usual A&M contact.